The man accused of assaulting a student on the University of Houston campus is back in custody. We're talking about Eric Brown, now being processed at the Harris County Jail. And KHOU 11 was the only station there as he was brought in.
This all coming 11 days after Brown allegedly assaulted a student at knife point, was quickly arrested and then mistakenly released. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Amanda Henderson, who is live outside the Harris County Jail. Amanda.
Well, it's definitely been a very eventful past 3 hours since METRORail police found Brown at one of the stations not very far from here, maybe a 5-minute drive from this exact area where he was later brought to be processed into the Harris County Jail. Like you both mentioned, we were the only station here on site as Brown was not only driven into the doors right here behind me, but he was also walked. So I want you to take a look at some of this video. This is the convoy of officers that brought Brown over to the Harris County Processing Center, and just seconds after the doors closed, they had reopened, and you see Brown on your screen right there. He was walked by the officers into the processing center, so we got a quick glimpse at him. This, of course, like you mentioned, it comes a week and a half after Brown was mistakenly released after this alleged rape happened on the University of Houston campus. Tonight, the university saying that Brown's arrest is a critical step towards justice for the victim and the safety on our campus. We commend the coordinated efforts of law enforcement across the region and the alert bystander for their actions in bringing him into custody. Of course, the university is referring to the fact that someone was able to pinpoint the fact that Brown was on or near the tracks over at the rail center. Again, maybe 5 minutes from where I'm standing right now, just a couple blocks away. When the officers realized and first responders realized that that person did indeed fit Brown's description, they went over there, realized it was him, made the arrest. And coming up tonight at 10 p.m., we hear from the student body president over at the University of Houston, and he explains what's coming next to provide even more safety and rebuild the trust between students and the university. For now, we're live in downtown Houston. I'm Amanda Henderson at KHOU 11 News.
I'm sure students feeling relieved tonight with these developments. Amanda, thank you.
Yeah, and now let's go to Anayeli Ruiz, who is live there at U of H. And as we've been saying, this has got to be a huge relief for the students there.
Well, that's right. Not just for the student, but also for the faculty. You know, I've been getting messages from a lot of the professors here on campus who are also concerned for their own safety. More than a week after a student told police she'd been attacked and raped at a university parking garage.
She is one brave young lady.
40-year-old Eric Brown is back in custody. This is a photo the district attorney's office released, and it shows how Metro officers lifted his shirt to show the large tattoos. Those tattoos were described by the victim in court records as she was identifying the person that sexually assaulted her at knife point. Tonight, questions still remain on why Brown was released in the first place. U of H Police Chief Caesar Moore facing our cameras and questions for the very first time today during a presser this morning with Crime Stoppers. A lot of people want to know, how was the person detained and then let go? Did the officers not receive the notification? What was the gap, and how did he kind of slip through everybody's fingers?
I think the DA did a good job in an extensive interview in addressing that. I think he answered that question. I think he answered the timeline, so to speak. So I would suggest that everyone refer to his interview.
Last week, District Attorney Sean Tier sitting down with KHOU 11, and he blamed a broken intake system and communication issues between his office and the U of H police, who first detained Brown. Chief Moore agreeing there was a miscommunication and says scheduling may have also played a role.
Timing issue, shift change issues, you know, I think a lot of things came into play, but the bottom line, it was a communication issue which resulted in that.
That is why we have to fight!
In the wake of the attack, students have protested and complained of a lack of transparency from U of H leadership. This is the first time that we're seeing you out here in front of this case, even though it's been, you know, I think the top priority for these students on campus and these teachers.
Okay, people have a position where they think I should be and what I should be doing. and I made this clear earlier, my focus has been taking care of the survivor, catching the crook and getting him put in jail. And I have so many requests that people want me to be here and be there. I can't do that. People think that I guess I'm sitting at my desk not doing anything. I'm actively involved with this case.
Now, the University of Houston did tell us in a statement that they will continue to work to enhance security here around the campus. They also said that they will also increase the police presence here in the area. And by the way, in the time that we have been here, we've seen HPD officers out here, constables officers, just a pretty heavy police presence, at least here around the police department. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
11 days later, the man back in custody. Anayeli, thank you. We are closely following all these new developments. Get the very latest on air, online, and on KHOU 11 Plus.